tapped in the Way Up with Angela Yee. You're tapped in the Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, what's good? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Happy Thursday. I am heading out to Atlanta today. Shout out to the Master Connector, getting ready for that event. But I'm here to bring for you guys, and we have Vanessa Calloway joining us today. Definitely somebody who I admire, a living legend coming to America. We shall iconic, but she started off on Broadway with Dream Girls. And she's in Vince Staples' show, the Vince Staples show that's going to be season 2 out right now. So she'll be joining us today, and I'm excited about that.
That's good.
I think people like that always be like a little nervous.
Well, it's also a Wealth Wednesday. You got the $1 million smile. That's well
nervous interviewing someone.
But we also are going to have they've done and accomplished so much. She's the founder and CEO of
I just feel like
she's a social entrepreneur, and it's an author, a visionary leader, but it's a waste management and hunger solutions company. Big deal. But I love the things that she's been doing. We've talked about her up here before.
I mean, of course,
she
like
reached out when
now she's going to be joining us.
Tisha Campbell. It's always like
just making sure that people have food in schools and communities, senior centers.
Anyway, any place that's
let's get this show started with some more love.
But let's shine a light. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up.
Okay.
Let us know who
we're
you
talking
want to
about
shine a light on. It's Way Up.
We're going to shine a light.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
First, a lot of great energy around the nation. Let's talk about it for anybody that is saying that the Democrats are losing. No, they're not. They're
It's
actually
time to
winning.
shine a light on them.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time to shine a light. And today, I want to shine a light on this young lady, Rashida Lalande. She came on board at Estee Lauder about a year ago.
It's
She
time to
is their
shine a
new
light
general
on them.
counsel.
All right, it's Way Up
And
with Angela Yee.
previously, she worked at Kraft Heinz. She was given a $2.8 million signing bonus to leave that job to get over to Estee Lauder. She got over $6 million in equity grants that will vest over time, and she got around $1.5 million in cash. She brought in nearly $10.9 million in total compensation, and that's amazing to see how she's been able to get everything that she deserves. What I love to see about that is that they knew her value, and they went through a lot of hoops to make sure that she came over. It's a reminder of how top companies will use these massive pay packages to attract top talent. So shout out again to Rashida Lalande, who left Kraft Heinz to go over to Estee Lauder. That's a nice amount of money, and you deserve it, sis. All right, Lisa, who do you want to shine a light on?
Oh my gosh, I gotta give a shout out to Joy's Angels in East Orange, New Jersey. Shout out to Mark and Joy. They are feeding the people. They have lines around the corner in the morning for their food pantry. So please show them some love if you can. They really are a small staff doing amazing work, and they're angels in the community.
I'm looking at Joy's Angels online right now and how you can donate household items. You can volunteer. You can also donate money for a scholarship. They have custom amounts. So things like this are really important, especially during this time, too.
They also house people who are on the street. So if somebody needs a place to stay in an emergency, if there's a fire, they will give people a place to sleep and lay their head at night. So it's a blessing. And we appreciate you so much, Angela. You're doing the work. Thank you for helping us shine a light on people who really deserve it.
Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you can leave a message and shine a light that way. And when we come back, let's talk about AI. Now, there is an artist, Anaya Monet, who is the first ever AI artist to break into Billboard charts, and we'll tell you what the creator has to say about it. She sat down with our girl Gil King on CBS Mornings. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yee tea. And let's talk about Zanaya Monet. Now, if you don't know who Zanaya Monet is, it's because it's not a real person. It's an AI artist. And Zanaya Monet is the first AI artist to actually break into the Billboard charts. Now, here is a little snippet of that song, the biggest song that Zanaya Monet has, How Was I Supposed to Know? This was inspired by the death of Talisha Nikki Jones's father when she was just 8 years old. And Talisha is actually the person behind Zanaya Monet.
How was I supposed to know?
Well, recently, Talisha was on with Gil King on CBS Mornings. She's a poet from Mississippi. And here is what she had to say about Zanaya being kind of an extension of her, being a real person.
There's real emotion and soul put into those lyrics. I lost my dad when I was 8 years old. Zanaya is an extension of me, so I look at her as a real person.
But you can't sing.
I still put in the work. And anytime something new comes about and it challenges the norm, you're going to get strong reactions behind it.
Ooh, Dan, what do you think about this?
I'm going to be honest, I don't love it. That's what writers are for.
Talisha's gotten a multi-million-dollar recording contract now. And, you know.
See, I'm not mad at Talisha for doing this, but it's just like, this is the start of something that we've never seen before. And if this is now just going to replace a whole nother world.
Well, she said she writes all of the lyrics and to the songs.
Right, and I agree with you being the writer.
Okay, but why not have a real person?
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Because the problem is where does it end?
Yeah. You know, Kalani is a person who actually posted about this whole movement and actually referenced Anaya Monet. She said, nothing and no one on earth will ever be able to justify AI to me, especially not effing AI in the creative arts, in which people have worked hard for, trained for, slept on the floor for, effing got injuries for, worked for their entire lives.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't respect it.
Yeah, I'm for it. I mean,
and she said Jones should just write a poetry book.
There you go. Or write songs and hand them off to someone else.
I see it, but I also have to realize that it's happening. You know what I mean? Like, whether or not you want it to happen, how are you going to make it not happen?
But are you for it being regulated?
It has to be regulated.
Okay, so then where does that end?
Yeah.
That's what I mean by this, is where does that regulation end? Because right now there is no regulation. It's all brand new.
You know, we talked to Eric Bellinger. He signed two AI artists. Yeah.
I am all for, like, keep up or get left behind.
I mean, look at what we do. Pretty soon, it could be an AI.
AI could replace me.
Yeah, me too.
I use AI in my job every single day.
They tell us to.
That's no
All
secret.
right, well, you guys could weigh into at Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, since we're having this AI conversation, I am going to play a couple of different songs for you guys and see what you think about some of these AI songs that are currently out that people have been, tinkering with. I want to see what you think. Does it hit the same? And do you have a problem with it? It's Way Up.
Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and my producer Dan is here with me today.
What's up, Ange?
Today we've been talking about AI, and it's interesting. Gil King sat down with Talisha Nikki Jones. She's a poet from Mississippi, and she has an AI artist who actually made it onto the Billboard charts. Actually had several songs like charting. One of those songs is called How Was I Supposed to Know? Here it is.
How was I supposed to know?
Talisha has signed a multi-million-dollar recording deal. There was a whole bidding war for this AI singer, Anaya Monet. Now, she's saying that these come from deeply personal poems, these songs. And she said AI is a creative tool, not a shortcut. Some people would disagree. Kaylani was definitely one of those people who feels like, look, people put their blood, sweat, and tears into this work. And she said nothing and no one on earth will ever be able to justify AI to me, especially not effing AI in the creative arts. Now, Jones is saying technology is evolving and everybody has different ways of putting in the work. There's a song that you were just playing for me, right? That's AI.
Yeah, Pulse X Glitch. That's actually Timbaland's new AI song.
People gave Timbaland hell for this too.
The artist's name is Tata Taktumi.
All right, so let's hear it.
Taking my time.
It sounds good. Two
Okay.
things can be true here.
Yeah.
You can hate the concept of it, but you can't deny what sounds
What's
good.
interesting, because this is all just so new for people right now. There's actually a lawsuit for this company called Suno, where people can actually make their music using AI. And they're saying that Suno used its members' repertoire to train these AI models, because somehow these AI models have to be trained. And you can hear the similarities with some of their people that are on that platform with this AI platform. So how does this AI model learn? They have to learn from real humans.
Right.
This is going to be so complicated.
I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
I think AI can be helpful with fine-tuning what we have, but it can't take the place of humans, right? Because is an AI artist going to perform and go on tour? But this Anaya Monet got a multi-million-dollar deal. And I'm sure that labels are looking at it like we don't have to pay a human. But I want to say this. What's really important is that we're paying attention to what's going on and that we also know how to use certain platforms, because if not, we see companies and everybody replacing. But what they do need to do is hire people who are versed in AI.
Yeah.
And so it's just important to make sure you can figure out how to use it. You use it for work.
Yes, I do.
It's just, what is the limit?
I use it for everyday life.
But anyway, just something to think about. And we would love to hear your thoughts on it. Hit us up at Way Up with Yee so we can go over that. And when we come back, we got some Yee tea for you. And since we're talking about technology, let's talk about Tom Brady. He recently just made a clone. Not of himself, but we'll tell you about it. It's Way Up.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yee Tea. So, Tom Brady has said that he actually cloned his dog. This feels like the movie Pet Sematary to me. Now, he shared the details of the cloning in a news release from Colossal Biosciences, and it was just a simple blood draw from the pit bull mix that the family had. Why are you shaking your head, Dan?
I hate this concept so much. You cannot recreate life.
Well, it costs $1,600 to preserve a pet's genetics, and the cloning of a dog or a cat can cost $50,000. What do you think about that?
What are you getting in return? That's my first thought. It's like
Pet Sematary.
Okay,
You
it
miss
might
your
look
dog.
like the dog, but what is this? Is this a real dog that has full dog capabilities?
Well, it doesn't resurrect a personality. It does create a genetic twin. So even if the clone dog resembles that predecessor, it might not bond with him the same way, and it won't know any of the old routines or anything like that. So it just looks the same.
Yeah, but like, what kind of chemical imbalance is going on in that creature? I'm not even gonna say
All I
dog.
know
That
is
creature's
Pet Sematary.
brain.
Did
Yes,
you see Pet Sematary?
Yes.
Those animals came back evil.
Yes, exactly my point.
And they stunk, okay? All right, well, I don't know, Tom Brady. Now, something else that I'm excited about is Purple Rain, the play. So Purple Rain is now testing to go on Broadway. It's actually going to be in Minneapolis. It just premiered before this Broadway hopeful run. I would be so excited to see Purple Rain on Broadway. So hopefully in Minneapolis, like, the run is going well. They just premiered it yesterday, actually. And I want to see how that does. You know what I'm saying?
It's right up your alley.
And it's going to mean a lot who is going to play Prince, because I can't even imagine who would want to take on that responsibility. Prince was definitely a musical genius. So I'm excited to see that. We'll keep you updated on what's going on. I might fly out to Minneapolis just to see it.
Would it be shady if the same person that played MJ?
I don't think they would even do that.
Yeah.
Just because it wouldn't logistically
What if he's most qualified?
Nah, I think they'll have to find somebody else, because that person would be too, like, tied in to Michael Jackson. Plus, Prince was just so different. Prince was very, like, sexual at first until he embraced Jehovah's Witness. All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that may not be in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but you for sure need to know about them. It's Way Up.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time to go under the radar. Now, you know we just had daylight savings, and we have some tips for you on how you can reset your body clock and finally sleep again. Have you been having problems sleeping at night, Dan?
Nope.
Oh.
Pass out in 2 seconds.
All right, well, good to know.
What about you?
It has been, like, a little weird for me. Like, I haven't been able to sleep like that. And they always say that daylight savings time does disrupt your sleep and your rhythm. So does jet lag. So do a lot of things. And sometimes on the weekend, I'm up so late, doing things. So anyway, this is called your circadian rhythm. That's your body's internal 24-hour clock that helps your entire system understand when you're supposed to wake up, when you fall asleep, when do you eat, when do you do those things. But you can actually reset it. And as you age, your circadian rhythm timing may shift. And that's when we go to bed a little earlier. So the best way you can get into a more natural, comfortable sleep and wake up groove is gradually shift your sleep times earlier or later, if you need to do that each day, until you reach the schedule that you want. They said to adjust that 15 to 30 minute increments. Also, getting natural light exposure during the day. And doing so soon after waking up is best, and also timing your meals correctly. So nothing super heavy before you go to sleep. That can also help your body relearn when you're supposed to go to sleep. Also, avoid caffeine after lunch. Keep your bedroom dark and cool. They always say colder than you think. Also, keep it quiet. Don't leave that TV on. And if somebody's, like, snoring next to you, you might need to get some earplugs. And it says use your bed for sleep, sex, and when you're sick only. So they said not to use it to watch TV.
I do agree with that.
I like to watch TV in bed.
I also love a cold bedroom.
Yeah. All right. So those are just some ways that you can reset if you're having some problem sleeping. That is your Under the Radar. Now, don't forget, we got the Way Up mix for you at the top of the hour. Plus, the legendary Vanessa Calloway is going to be joining us. She had such an iconic moment in Coming to America, but she has continued on, and now she is starring in season 2, the Vince Staples show. You saw her in season 1. She's playing his mom, Anita. Well, it's going to be pretty iconic, and season 2 is out right now. We'll talk about it. It's Way Up.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Well, it is officially that time, what I've been waiting for. Yes, today is National Jammies Day. And you know what we're doing? We are celebrating by wearing jingle jammies that my friends, our friends from Old Navy sent over. And when I tell you, I absolutely love them. I'm wearing them in the house, outside of the house. Nobody does cozy like Old Navy. There's jingle jammies for the whole family. So you know me and my man got our matching jingle jammies on. They have 22 prints available and my favorite color, lavender purple. It's their biggest selection ever. They have the traditional types. You know, you got to have the classic plaid for that family shoot. But also they have a lot of fun, unique prints. They have Disney characters. So they have the prints with Stitch and Angel, Mickey and Friends, Star Wars, and they have coordinating graphic tees, sweatshirts, cozy socks, pet sweaters, and fleece blankets. I travel a lot, so when I tell you those sweatshirts come in handy because they're cute but comfortable for the airport, you can find jingle jammies and other holiday goodies at oldnavy.com. And by the way, happy National Jammies Day.
Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yee Tea. I was telling Dan about this story yesterday, but according to reports, UFC fighters have come forward and said that they were given offers to take dives. Now, there's a whole investigation going on all after the main card of the UFC Vegas fight over the weekend, and apparently there was a bad performance, right? That's what people thought at first glance. But according to reports, there was a regular line movement and some massive bets on the side of Del Valle and an unusually bad showing from Delgarian. They said the whole thing was so sketchy that sports bookies actually issued refunds to bettors who bet on Delgarian. So the UFC has promised to thoroughly investigate the matter. But in the wake of all this, other fighters have come forward and said that they were offered to throw fights. Now, bantamweight veteran Vince Morales said all this throwing the fight stuff is crazy. I've been approached about doing it, and it's not something I could live with. And he said he was offered $70,000 to take a dive. Also, strawweight talent Vanessa Demopoulos said that my integrity could never. She said people have approached her to throw fights also. Well, here is what Dana White had to say on TMZ Sports. And he is, shocked at all of this, but he does feel like it's something that needs to be investigated.
We called the fighter and his lawyer and said, what's going on? There's some weird betting action going on in your fight. Are you injured? Do you owe anybody money? Has anybody approached you to, and the kid said, no, I'm going to kill this guy. And so we said, okay, the fight plays out and first round finish. Literally the first thing we did was call the FBI.
Now, Dana White said he met with the FBA twice and also spoke with Director Kash Patel about this. And, he's the one that's been investigating all of this NBA betting. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this turns out. And Sauce Walker has launched a lean-flavored soda. He said that's going to help fans quit the real thing. Here's what he had to say.
If you love Trish, drink this, and you don't got to get high and still handle your business. That's what we did for you, man. You can drink this on the way to the gym, on the way to the job, on the way to the church. You can share with your family and friends.
So it's called Ski Taste Beverages. It feels like, how people try to get off of cigarettes and, or get off other... Just hopefully this isn't bad for you too, but it's lean flavored soda. All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. Call us up. Any question you have, we got your back. It's Way Up.
Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. So you should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Ask Yee. Gonna give you some advice. We have a voice message today, and this guy is actually a side piece. He really cares for this woman, but she's in an abusive relationship. Listen to this.
I've been dating a married woman. She's in an abusive relationship, physically, mentally, all of that. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I want to protect her, but she's married, and so I need some advice.
I mean, until a woman is ready to leave an abusive relationship, she's not going to. I also don't want her to get caught and then her husband is abusive already. So I would also tread lightly when it comes to that. And not push her, because sometimes when you push somebody that's in that situation and they're not ready to leave, they can sometimes shut down and cut you off. What I would do is let her know that I care, that I'm concerned, and let her know about resources that are available. If she is ready to get to the point where she's planning her exit strategy, just be as practical as you can when it comes to helping her. But I am concerned about you being a side piece in this situation. If he ever goes through her phone, follows her, people like that, you never know what that can escalate to. But if I were you, I would also talk to an expert about this, because there are people who are really trained to know how to deal with every scenario, and find a person that she can talk to so that when she's ready, she has someone that she can call up, because you and I are not the people that know how to give people the resources that they need. But what we can do is direct them to the right people and let them know, I'm in your corner and I'm here to support you however you need to. It feels like you want to be with her. So good to know that if she has to leave him, she has an emergency place that she can come to and feel safe. But just remember that is also potentially dangerous if he ever finds out. So just tread lightly, and definitely I would defer to the experts in this type of situation. All right. Well, that was Ask Ye. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Any question you have, I got your back. And when we come back, Vanessa Bell Calloway is going to be joining us. She is, of course, Anita. That is Vince Staples' mother on The Vince Staples Show. Season 2 is out right now. We'll have a chance to talk to her about her storied career. I'm excited. It's Way Up.
Turn it up. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and definitely a legend. Legends only are here today. Vanessa Bell Calloway, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
How is it to know that, having had such legendary moments, and I don't know too many people that we could look at a body of work that they've done decades ago and be like, that's still so important to us today.
Well, you never know what the job's going to be when you get it. Mm-hmm. When you're getting something, you just want a job most of the times. Right. But the bonus is when you do something and then years later it still stands, it still holds up.
It's like Halloween costumes from
Like Coming to America, every year I get pictures of girls in their prom dresses. I get bridal lookalikes. Of course, Halloween is huge. And who knew that? I didn't know that was going to be one of the most iconic roles in the movie. So you do something, and when you do it with the right heart and the spirit because you like it, and then you want to bring it justice, then the rest of it takes care of itself.
The Vince Staples Show, Season 2, is out. And Season 1, you have a really funny episode with macaroni and cheese.
Right.
As Vince's mother, Anita, on the show.
I make a mean mac and cheese, too.
Oh, yeah, you cook.
Yeah, don't be bringing your stuff to my house. I got it. Just show up.
I got some mac and cheese questions for you then.
Okay.
But on that particular episode, there was a little beef because somebody else bought the mac and cheese, even though they knew that was your thing.
Right.
And it was
trying to outshine her. Outshine Anita, honey? No.
All right, so mac and cheese, breadcrumbs or no?
No breadcrumbs.
Now, I remember we had Corey Hartrick up here, and I feel like he said he put cream of mushroom.
No cream of mushroom.
So what is your macaroni and cheese?
I make a good roux with good butter, lots of cheese, heavy cream. Mm-hmm. And then you mix it in, and then you layer cheese on top of that, and you use about 5-6 different cheeses.
Right now, I'm talking to Vanessa Bell Calloway. She is playing Anita on The Vince Staples Show. Now, you've worked with a lot of veterans, being a veteran yourself, but with Vince Staples, him getting his own show, it's very, I would say, dry humor, deadpan, it's random.
Sarcasm.
Yeah, sarcasm. What drew you to that script and that show? I want to know how that even happened.
Well, they approached me, and I liked the script, and my daughters, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know who Vince was. Mm-hmm. And my daughters, oh, Mom, are you kidding? Vince Staples? And they went on and on. They said, you know his music? I said, I do. I listened. I said, oh, I do know his music. I had been hearing his music. I just didn't know that was him. But when I met him, it was so endearing, and he's so serious. But that's what I like about him, because of his young age. He's so focused. He's so serious, and he understands the importance of having his name on this show. And just to work with him, to watch him navigate everything, he's very hands-on. He writes a lot of the episodes. He's a producer on it, the creator.
Oh, wow.
And he's very generous and wants to make sure you're good and everybody's okay. So watching him work is very inspirational to see that, and I'm very, very proud of him. So all of that drew me to it.
I remember when the first season ended and he was really petitioning to get a second season, and he was calling for people to be like, come on.
He had to work for that, and it worked.
I was thinking, because at the time I was like, do we already know there's a second season and he's doing this?
I think there wasn't.
Oh,
but
wow.
I think he turned the tides.
I've never seen that really happen.
No,
like that.
it was bleak. Word came down to me that it wasn't happening. Mm-hmm. And I was disappointed. The month later, they called my manager and said that we were doing a season 2, and I was like, hallelujah, praise Jesus.
God is good. All right, Vanessa Bell Calloway is here. We are talking about the Vince Staples Show, Season 2. We have more when we come back. It's Way Up.
And I'm back.
We about to do this.
One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're Way Up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and we have Vanessa Calloway here with us today. We're talking about the Vince Staples Show Season 2. And your character is so funny on there. Is there any way that you could see yourself relating to Anita as a mother, his mom?
Well, some ways, of course, because I'm a mother of two, but I don't speak to my children that way. I mean, Anita,
her daughter be
baby. Anita has a peppery mouth, as I say. Now, have I thought some of those things? I absolutely.
Just haven't said them.
I just haven't said them.
There was no plan B for you when it comes to acting, dancing, theater, and all of that. Yeah.
You got to first of all believe in yourself, and I really believed in myself. I mean, I used to have dreams about me and stuff. I never forget one time when I was doing the original Company of Dream Girls. This is in the 80s. And I had this vivid dream of me with Darnell Williams and all my children because I wanted to be on the show so bad. I used to send the casting director and producer notes and cards and postcards all the time. And I had a vivid dream of me and him together doing a scene. I saw it. And it happened. It came to fruition.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of things in my career I've seen, or I just knew it was going to happen. So I just keep going. I danced. I was a concert dancer here in New York for a while. And I did Broadway, off-Broadway, did lots of commercials. I did a lot of that. And then when I left to go out to California, my career just continued to grow. But it was just never plan B.
Right now I'm talking to Vanessa Calloway. She is playing Anita on the Vince Staples Show. But you also know her from Saints and Sinners, Coming to America, The Black Hamptons, One of Them Days. I mean, she is phenomenal. All right. Well, I appreciate you for coming up here and just sharing all this with me because I know you got a busy packed schedule. But
well, tell everybody, watch Vince Staples. I'm going to say this to everybody. Season 2, but this is what you got to do, people. You got to binge it. If you haven't seen Season 2, please watch Season 1. Turn it on and let it go. I don't care if you fall asleep, if you get up, go to the bathroom, go to the grocery store. Just let it run all the way through.
You know, I had to go back and watch Season 1 because I feel like it's been a long time.
Yeah, well, go back and watch Season 1 and then double thumbs it at the end.
Okay. Let me double thumbs it.
Yeah, you got to double thumbs it.
And
then watch Season 2 after you watch Season 1. And the same thing, do not turn it off. That helps Netflix decide if they want to give us a Season 3, which I think we deserve because this season is funny. I think people are going to love it. Vince is brilliant. He's very brilliant. The humor is there, but the seriousness is there, the sarcasm, the satire, it's all there. And together it just makes for a great style. It's a different style.
Well, thank you so much to Vanessa Calloway for joining us. Truly, truly a pleasure. And again, this is your show. When we come back, y'all have the last word.
Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and thank y'all so much for joining us today. I'm headed out to Atlanta right now. I'm going to be with my girl, Nicole Harmon, a.k.a. the Master Connector. She has an amazing networking event tonight. Just being in the room can lead you to some valuable opportunities, some valuable relationships. So I'm going to be in the room. Make sure you come and check us out if you're in the Atlanta area. Thank you to Vanessa Calloway for joining us on your show. You have the last word.
My name is Musali, and I'm a federal worker, and I like to shine a light today on all the federal workers out here who's getting up every day to go out to work. During the situation that we're in with the shutdown, everybody who's giving 100%, even though we're on the shutdown right now, my co-workers at CBP, TSA, FAA, hold their head up. The light is almost at the end of the tunnel.
I want to shine a light on a restaurant in Ferguson, Missouri. Delicious Southern style breakfast and brunch. That restaurant has brought people and everybody together. If you Google Ferguson, they made international news about 10 years ago. Delicious Ferguson.
Going way up with Angela Yee.